I didn't know that everything that I have done the last 20 years was really a preparation for this movie.
3, 2, 1, action!
In the beginning, we're shipping around the script, and he was on the Oscar campaign and his comeback, and I remember watching his interviews. I'm like, he's the guy. That's Gable. He read it, and he liked it, and we basically rewrote it for him. So a lot of the personality traits and everything, it's key.
I remember reading the script for the very first time. I liked the script, but then I was very confused why they would offer me the role of Marvin Gable, because I thought it was written for somebody else. It's a tough day at work. In fact, I said, you should be calling Jason Statham. Those are really nice. Really? When I'm trying not to be Tom Cruise. And I went in and I met with them, and they had this whole presentation, and I understand that what they were trying to achieve was to create a different kind of action star. Someone that is not afraid to be vulnerable or wear his emotions on the sleeves. And from that day forward, I couldn't wait to be on the set and play Marvin Gable.
I'm lucky, I'm blessed. I have a great cast. I have like 2 Oscar winners.
How far would you go to get your life back? You know, JoJo was like, oh, you know, you're a dancer. It's like action's all choreography. And I was like, yeah, I'm totally down. Like, I'll try anything. And I've stuck to that. I really have kind of tried anything. These are some of the best stunt men and women in the industry that I have the opportunity to work with. And I had such a good time.
Just embodies Rose. It's like when I first met her, I kind of knew, I was like, she's the one. There's fire, but there's vulnerability. She's great.
Kippy.
So I did a scene with Ariana as Rose. She was Rose, not me. I was Kippy. Being kind of a love interest, but also being capable of killing you is a complex character to try and grasp. And I think she really nailed it.
Rose is very similar to Ari. They're both beautiful, very strong-minded, very tough. Is such a great character.
She is the motivator, the instigator, the sort of, you know, force of the movie.
I need you, Marv.
Together with Huy Quan, they are super connectable.
It wasn't a stretch to, you know, fall in love with Key on screen. Not at all. We've had a really good time sort of trying to shape who these characters can be in their full expression, and I just think he's every bit the star that the world sees him as.
I wanted to do a movie with her. We finally got that chance. It's incredible. And I think, you know, we have great chemistry in the movie because it stemmed from, you know, that mutual admiration and respect for one another.
Hey, you all good, buddy?
I was really, really excited to play Ashley. She's got a very sweet story with the Raven.
No one's ever understood my words before.
Her story between Ashley and Raven is one of my favorite subplots in the movie. There's just this beautiful chemistry between them.
They're like lovers that are kind of 2 awkward, socially awkward people that kind of get together.
Stop being scary.
It's pretty funny.
Raven is one of the more complex characters in the sense that there's this soft, creative, inspired, you know, artistic side to him. But, you know, on the other hand, he's a hitman for hire. Ashley can see him as an artist when he's normally seen this other way. Yeah, I mean, we all want to be seen. We all want to feel like we're enough, that we touch, you know, another individual so that he can, in his strangeness, touch someone in that way. I think it's a good thing.
When Mustafa and I were filming some of our scenes, there's just so much play that happens, and it just takes the words and you really feel them transform.
Am I in danger?
No.
To really be able to feel that honesty is so exciting.
You have Raven and Ashley who are like love at first dagger. And then you have Otis and King who it's giving brotherly love.
King a real player though, you feel me? Ain't no particular type style or nothing like that. He more so like, we get him up and we throw hands, you feel me though? The dynamic between King and Otis is like, older big brother, King the younger brother, but they both some J-Cats.
Time to listen, little man. Listen.
Well, I think Otis is a guy who stumbled into this life of crime. He's not particularly good at it.
They're just 2 buddies, but they're contract killers, but they just act like 2 normal guys that hang out together.
Creating these 2 characters, King and Otis, together with Marshawn, we're having so much fun making this.
The movie shit is cool with Andre because before we shot, we practiced a little bit. So we built a relationship. So when we get on set, it's more so we already got like a kind of feel for each other.
He's a miracle. Amazing dude to work with. It's just fun.
I call him my Norwegian gangster, my Norwegian brother from another mother, though. You feel what I'm talking about? But he's solid as fuck, though. You feel me?
Daniel, I'm a big fan of his movies.
Like Mahat?
I needed someone physically formidable to take on Key, and to see those two fight together, it's just a dream for me.
He created this really interesting character that could be Key's nemesis in the film.
When Key asked me to do this, I was like, I'll do anything to support you, you know. I grew up watching you, and then we've worked together, and we know each other, and we have a rapport, and so it kind of made sense that we play brothers.
Love Hurts is influenced by Hong Kong action movies. You know, he's worked there for a long time, made a lot of action movies in Hong Kong. So when we got together for that epic final fight sequence, it was like the perfect dance partner. Dude, is it too fast? Should I slow it down a bit?
Yeah, good.
I think, no, because everything's in haste.
Okay.
Look, and then, yeah, I'll grab, yeah.
You know, I've worked with action directors, and it's really cool to see the transition, to see JoJo go from stuntman to stunt coordinator to second unit director to now main unit director, and really getting his chance to shine, and I think that's awesome because he's got a ton of experience, and it's really, I think, his moment to do that.
Yeah. You know, JoJo is responsible for helping to bring some of the most exciting action sequences of our time into being. And so I feel like his specific, you know, vision and way of thinking and how he sees the world with this really stellar cast led by Huy Quan, I think we've got something for everyone to love.
It's something that he's been preparing for a long time. He is a very collaborative filmmaker. Are you happy with that? Or you want to do one more?
Do one more.
Okay, let's go.
As a first-time director, I'm very lucky. I have such a great cast and, you know, company behind me. In this kind of position, you're the captain of the ship, and you have to really let your team do what they do best. I'm very humbled and thankful for what's been given to me.
JoJo's so great with actors, and he did an incredible job with these characters and made them really come to life.
The thing with action movies, it just moves if you have no stakes or personal investment in the characters. I think if you like all your characters, the audience feel that, and it makes the movie, I think, overall better. Being a stunt coordinator, action designer, heavily involves crafting the scene. So we do the physical performance of visual language. Each fight piece allows me to do a different version of martial art movies.
The fact that the movie has heart elevates also the action. So when you go into the action scenes, you feel for the characters.
Well, there's so many fun fights in this film. It feels like old school Jackie Chan, and the fun of his fighting style and the physicality of those fights and the props that are involved.
So as the movie progresses, the fights get a little bit more brutal and more visceral.
This was like by design. There was a lot of training involved, just really learning the choreography. There's a rhythm, a technique to it, and a pacing to it. So it's both mental and physical, and it was a lot of fun to do. The first fight sequence, the office fight, it's about Gable trying to not let his colleagues know about his past.
Raven?
So it's really keeping the fight really quiet and not disturbing the people outside the office. So it's about him maintaining his anonymity.
Where is Rose?
So having JoJo as a director who gave us a lot of room for creativity in terms of the action design with Key together, who understands the language in front and behind the camera, gave us so much room, and it was so much fun to put these fight scenes together. It's like a kid in a candy store.
Raven's arsenal is pretty intense, you know, like inside of, you know, like the guys in 42nd Street back in the days who sell watches. He's got knives and feathers with darts on them. He's got blades hidden in his shoes. I mean, I kind of have the shoes here. He like takes the blade out of his shoe and then it's on his arm, you know? How like cool is that? And as he's throwing darts, they're like coming out of his coat and they have Raven black feathers on it. It's all artistic. He even has like feathers painting on the back of the coat itself. I mean, look at me. You know what I mean? I look like a killer. I look like I'm about to go to a spoken word, you know, slam. You're a little rusty, Gable.
I'm pretty surprised with Key, how fast he picks up the choreography. Even though we don't have much time, we show it some couple of beats, new beats on set, and he's able to adapt to it. So that's pretty good. That's helpful for us, right, as choreographers. We just want to get the best out of him and the best for the movie. And since he's very good at adapting to new stuff, it makes our work pretty easy.
There we go. I think that's the one.
We're going at it like some real warriors. There's some cool moves. Everybody's doing their thing. But then the way it culminates with a bump on the head and going to sleep on a pillow, I think, like, wow, chef kiss. You know what I mean? It's like all this severity and seriousness, and then we take it into something sort of slapstick, and that just sort of gives a different flavor and tone to the movie, which I love.
Marvin Gable.
I remember meeting Marshawn for the very first time. And, you know, he's a big guy, you know, he's a football guy. And I went up and I introduced myself to him. I said, hi, Marshawn, I'm Key. I look forward to working with you. And he said, oh, are you Marvin Gable? And I said, yes. He said, well, I'm gonna beat you up. And I go, Marshawn, what are you talking about? He said, no, I'm gonna hit you for real. I can't wait to do it. And my stunt double, Charlie, was standing next to me. And he says, Marshawn, please don't do that. He says, who are you? I said, I'm his stunt double. I'm gonna fuck you up too. And it scared the shit out of me. And I thought he was really gonna kick my ass. But sure enough, when we did the fight scene, he could not be more friendly. To the audience out there, you know we're doing this for you.
I'm not. I'm doing it for I can whoop Key ass.
The second fight was about him holding on to that certificate because it represented everything that he was trying to do, leaving his brother, leaving, you know, the gangster life, trying to do better, trying to be a better person. So that certificate was really important.
In classic Jackie Chan style, you add this prop in the middle, becomes the football that everyone's trying to get. It just adds another dimension of fun to the choreography.
There's so many little things, so many details with the certificate. The certificate falls down, it has to fall down on a specific spot, and after it's on the ground, he has to do 5 beats, and then in the same shot, he has to slip on the certificate and fall down.
Like the fight we have here is just like intricate for me. It's like 5 punches in this direction, 5 punches in that direction. There's so much stuff happening at the same time. You gotta remember all of these choreographies and figure out what to do.
Look at this. No problem at all. I did this yesterday. I got cuts all over too.
That's what I'm saying.
I got bruises and cuts.
I did not come here and expect to not get bruised.
Yeah.
It helps that I do have an athletic background, so you know the fighting and shit, I just correlated it to a play that we would run, you feel me, on the field type shit. So, I mean, it was a smooth transition.
Every shot had complex movement like that, including the environment, including the certificate, including the microwave, including the fridge.
Oh, shit.
While designing the action, I was like, oh my God, what am I putting myself into? But I love challenges, and thanks to everyone who was involved, and the crew, and the leaders, and Key, we made it happen.
This little motherfucking spider monkey.
That'll be Ashley with the paperwork. Of course, you know, we have the modern fight sequence, which is really about spectacle and blowing stuff up, but it's also a foreshadow in Marvin Gable's life. It's his life turning upside down and getting blown to pieces, and then he has to go back to who he once was.
Who's this?
This is an old colleague.
More of a rival.
The third fight, which we are working on right now, is actually before the final fight, where he's fighting multiple guys at the same time. And we're trying to come up with new ideas and new weapons which we could use in the fight. And I think we have a very good direction.
I think the time has come.
To duck!
Well, the appetizer, the goons, Otis and King, right? They happened upon the scene, but the main course is Gable.
So same team?
We got some good fights, but then also they cross it with the comedy and the drama in the middle of all of these fight scenes and everything, and it's just fun.
Feathers.
One of the things that we wanted to do was to make sure that those fights feel grounded, feel real. There's very little wire work in this movie. Everything is practical.
I think they went and watched some footage on me on YouTube or something, and The next day they come back like, hey, do you think you can do like a football move and like tackle somebody through the wall?
I said right away, I want to see Marshawn just like punch a guy through a wall, you know, and they're like, don't worry, Andre, we thought about that. We got that covered.
So we talked through it a little bit, and then, I smashed a motherfucker through the wall, run straight through a motherfucker face on God.
Let me tell you, nothing's more scary than seeing Marshawn Lynch coming full speed at you.
Dude, he's so fast. He's got a lot of mass that he can move very fast.
Yeah, he's a bull.
We got some stunts in there. I get to stab the character of King, played by Marshawn Lynch.
She jumps in the middle of the fight, you know, and my blade comes off, and she's like, here, clamp. And I'm like, she stabbed the dude. She went from, you know, being administration at this, you know, realty office to helping me, you know, fight these bad guys. And I feel like, if that's not sexy, I don't know what is, you know? You gonna help me fight too? You gonna stab somebody for me? I love this woman.
Welcome home, Marv. Want a boba?
And of course, the very last epic fight between Knuckles and Gable, that's just classic Hong Kong action cinema.
Action!
Never forget, dear brother, you've never beaten me in a fight. When we designed the final fight, you know, this brother-on-brother fight, there's a lot of anger and hatred and stuff that you see within dysfunctional family relationships.
Daniel has a background in the Hong Kong film industry as well. He worked in more than 60 movies in Hong Kong, and he worked closely with Jackie Chan. So he shares the same understanding and the same sensibility for action.
I'm a big fan of his movies. I knew I needed someone physically formidable to take on Key, and to see those two fight together, it's just a dream for me.
I love Key. He's an amazing mover. He's an amazing fighter. And I think you don't expect that out of a guy that's like, you know, 5'6" and very soft-spoken. But he can move really well and he can fight really well. And so we're gonna see, you know, crazy balls-to-the-wall action coming out of Key in this.
I don't think I could have made this movie with anybody else but him. There's real chemistry there between us. It's very brotherly. I think it stemmed from the fact that we have similar background. We speak the same languages.
We've done some rehearsals. I've rehearsed with the stunt team already on this big fight, and it's really cool because it's emotional. It's two brothers fighting, so I've never really done that before, but we're fighting in a very hyper-stylized way, which is the Hong Kong style.
So when we got together for that epic final fight sequence, it was like the perfect dance partner. We knew the rhythm, we knew the pacing, we knew where the punches need to land to make it look good, and I'm very proud of that fight.
2, 1, action!
6.
When I went to film school to learn the different craft in putting a movie together, I was very fortunate. A Hong Kong action director named Koi Yuan took me under his wings and taught me the ins and outs of choreography for action and how to do them so that they look great on screen. One of the things that we wanted to do was to make sure that those fights feel grounded, feel real. You know, there's something about action sequences when you see that it's actually the actors up there doing the fighting. There's stakes. And versus, you know, if you recognize that it's a stunt double. And going into this, I wanted to be able to do all the fights myself. And I trained with our guys for a long time, trying to get myself in shape in preparation for this.
Our choreography was actually based on the golden era of Jackie Chan, Donnie Yen. Those days, the golden era of Hong Kong action movies. And we tried to give it back to Key because Key likes that Hong Kong era as well. That's what we tried to choreograph and teach him.
The training process has been pretty intense.
1, 2.
It takes tremendous focus. not only to do the moves, but also to do them safely. I'm so sorry. You okay? So you don't get hurt and you don't hurt the person that you're fighting with. So it's both mental and physical when you do those.
He has a healthy understanding, a great foundation of action cinema behind and in front of the camera, so he makes our life and the way how we approach action design very easy, and it gives us a lot of room for new ideas to explore.
Yeah, okay.
You should get a look at.
I know what I'm capable of. And I would suggest to them, like during the choreography, I said, why don't we put more kicks into it? And this is something that I haven't done in a long time. I didn't even know if I could do them, but I wanted that opportunity. And sure enough, when we were on set, there were some kicks that I did I'm very proud of. It just brought me back to my days training and learning Taekwondo. The only difference is that back then I can do them again and again and again. But for Love Hurts, I would do them a few times and then I would get up and I would go, oh my God, my back.
We had a lot of fun. Again, having someone who understands the language in front and behind the camera gave us a lot of room for creativity in terms of the action design. And I'm a kid in a candy store. I'm very happy with what we have.
Don't try this at home. It was really thrilling to be able to actually do it after, you've been trained for 2.5 months to finally get to do it in front of the camera and see that it turns out well. That's the satisfaction. That's the reward that you give yourself after all that hard work. This is so not cool. David, hey! I love the blazer. Cookie? Over 200 million roses die each year because of Valentine's Day. Did you know that? That's mass murder.
Who knows something like that? Here, just fuck this holiday. Rah. Yeah.
That should have gone into composting. Okay, what have we got today?
Well, the Reaper's called.
Fucking Valentine's!
Knuckles? Am I interrupting, sir?
The Raven's not answering his phone.
The Raven? Wait, is this about the Valentine's cards?
Yes.
It's Rose's handwriting, okay?
That I know. About fucking time. That's why I sent the Raven.
I thought we agreed to handle the Rose situation in-house. So why hire the Raven too? Now, the money that she stole has been recovered. She was a hell of a lawyer for the organization. Now she's just a loose end. And we sure as hell don't need the Raven.
If she's alive and back, she could fuck everything up. She knows whose money that really was. She's fucking with us right now. All these goddamn Valentine cards. Her idea of a game. I need to find out why Marvin didn't kill her. And decide if I'm gonna kill her again.
decide? I mean, she stole from you. We shouldn't hesitate to kill her on sight.
Enough! I said I want her alive. Because she must be back for a reason.
Okay. So then, what about your brother?
Do you think Marvin is in on this shit?
Oh, I would bet on it.
Why? I set him free. All he had to do was kill Rose. It's time for my brother to come back home.
Your right hand, the scar.
Motherfucker took a swing at me. What do you want to do with him?
Who the fuck is that?
That's Kippy.
That is not Kippy. Motherfucking Kippy is white.
You said it was Kiwi.
What the fuck you think Kiwi is?
I don't know.
Kippy's a white boy from Auckland who does Knuckles books.
How the fuck am I supposed to know that?
What the fuck I'm supposed to do?
I don't know.
Call Merlon and tell him, oh, sorry, we got the wrong guy, because Otis thought Kiwi meant any random-ass Asian dude?
Dude, it sounded Asian to me.
Oh, fuck. It sounded
Yeah.
And what the fuck is that?
Got it for Cindy for Valentine's.
Bruh, it's simple. Ain't no fake-ass, made in Sri Lanka teddy bear gonna help you get your fucking wife back. Get your fucking mind together, my boy. Oh, get a motherfucker his bear back and let's go. We gotta go clean up after Merlot.
Bound by innocence, moderation such a drag. A dragon seeking a jewel, a smart fool.
There's still a barrier here. There's so much beauty in you. Stop hiding behind your words. Use them to set yourself free.
But I need something from you first.
I know,
Coffee. And one of those donuts I saw in the kitchen.
Coffee. Yeah. And I can do that. I'll just be right back.
Rose, please wait.
We did it, Marv. Now, go back to the life you love so much.
Rose, there's something I have to tell you.
What? What do you need to tell me?
I love you. I always have.
Well, say it again. Make me believe it. Can you call yourself a salesman? you make it back, then you can come find me. And I love you too, Marv.